Volkswagen Passat Wolfsburg Edition. And once you start to drive this vehicle, you quickly realize why it was Motor Trend's Car of the Year back in 2012. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it's spacious. The fit and finish is very, very good. You know, it's interesting, when people think about purchasing a mid-size sedan, they don't think about the Passat. Maybe the Accord, maybe the Maxima, maybe of certain Hyundais, but not the Passat. And I tell you, it's a very, very nice vehicle to be in. The seats are very comfortable, very supportive, 8-way power adjustable seats. In fact, the amount of room you have in this vehicle, it's superb. If I move the front seat all the way back to its furthest setting and I place my feet or my toes forward, I'm barely touching the pedals. That's how much room you have in this vehicle. And I do like the steering wheel. You do have your 10 and 2 notches on the steering wheel, but it's not fussy. You have controls just for the Bluetooth, and that's it. There's no audio controls, there's nothing else, just Bluetooth, and that's it. I would even prefer just something completely plain, but it's hard to find that in today's world. But it's a very nice diameter, small diameter steering wheel. It feels very, very good in your hands. And Volkswagen does a very good job on the fit and finish. The materials are very good, very tactile. When you touch something, it does exactly what you want it to do. There's no cheapness anywhere on this vehicle. Now, of course, you also have your dual front airbag, side airbags, and current airbags. Solid construction. When you close the door, it closes. A nice, solid sound. And just thoroughly engineered, thoroughly built, this vehicle really is. Now, the audio system is AM, FM, CD with an auxiliary input and also Sirius satellite radio. So if you are a subscriber to that, fantastic. It's already built into the vehicle. And I do like the gauges on this vehicle. They're analog, they're crisp. You look down once for a brief moment and you know exactly what's going on. And of course, the analog clock is a nice little touch to have. Now, the Wolfsburg Edition gives you front heated seats, but also leatherette material. So it's not full-blown leather. It's very similar in not only the smell, but the way that it feels. It's a little bit easier to clean, but it's not full leather. But I don't mind it. A lot of people are almost in limbo in between the two. I know BMW, they give you an option for leather or leatherette, and a lot of people aren't sure where to go regarding that. But in this vehicle, the leatherette material, it's very, very good. And as good as it is in the cockpit here, my favorite part is the motor. It's a 1.8 liter turbo, dual overhead cam that's chain driven. In other words, there's no timing belt. So years down the road, you don't have to worry about changing a timing belt, which is a nice feature to have. 170 horsepower, and more importantly, 184 pound-feet of torque. It's a very peppy motor. Once you put your foot down very lightly, the car just starts to take off the line. And when you merge on the highway, place the Tiptronic in sport mode, downshift it, and it just gains RPM and speed rather quickly. It's a very, very nice power plant. Now, one interesting thing about this vehicle is that it weighs over 4,500 pounds, which is quite common for vehicles today with all the safety features and gadgets and everything else. But the gas mileage is 24 miles per gallon local and 36 on the highway. And you start to think about, well, gosh, how do they do that? That's pretty darn good for a car over 2 tons. I did a little bit of research, and the drag coefficient on this vehicle is 0.29. Just to give you an idea what that means, the drag coefficient on a Stingray Corvette is 0.29. And it's just a testament at the engineers at Volkswagen. Not only did they want to really nail it out of the park in this price range for the interior, for the motor, transmission, safety features, comfort levels, and everything else, but the fact that they put a lot of thought into how to sculpt the body and give you essentially very little resistance through the air, I tell you, that's, you know, when you pay a lot of money for these cars, you want to get your money's worth. This is a nice vehicle, really. If you're thinking about getting a mid-size sedan, check this out. I think you may be pleasantly surprised at the Passat. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this vehicle. I've certainly enjoyed driving this vehicle around. It's a very nice place to be, and we'll see you next time.